We are set for Bellator featherweight action. Tail of the tape brought to you by Dave & Buster's, the only place to eat, drink, play, and watch sports.
And look at the experience. That was the difference in his last fight. Justin Linn, 7-3. Aaron Pico, 0-1.
With the official introductions, here's Michael C. Williams.
From Spike Sports and presented by Miller Lite, Bellator MMA now features featherweights inside the Bellator cage, set for 3 5-minute rounds. We introduce the blue corner at 5'9", weighing in 146 pounds even. His professional record, 7 wins, 3 losses by way of Las Vegas. He fights out of Columbia, California, presenting Justin, the Mortal Sin Linn. And across the cage, his adversary out of the red corner at 5'8", weighing in 144.5 pounds. As a professional, he stands early on at 0-1. He fights out of Whittier, California, presenting Aaron Pico. In charge of the action, your referee, Michael Bell.
Third man in the cage, Michael Bell. Jimmy, let's look at why Aaron Pico was considered MMA's brightest prospect.
You see it right there. Not just the pancreation, not just the boxing, not just the wrestling, all of it. The #1 ranked wrestler in the country his freshman year in high school.
You ready, Justin? You ready, Aaron? Let's go!
Fight Clock brought to you by Miller Lite, the original light beer. Cheers, it's Miller time. Pico in the red gloves, Linn in the blue gloves. Pico said he wanted to slow things down. He did make some changes in his camp as he gets clipped with a left hand from Linn. Now working with Aaron McKee at the body shop.
Antonio McKee, outstanding coach. He said he's pushing me every single day. And what they've preached is start slowly. You have plenty of time. Enjoy the time in there. And that's what he feels like he can do now.
Began wrestling at 4 years old. And now just raining down right hands as Linn rolls over. And Pico continues to ride Linn again. Very comfortable from this position, Jimmy.
Yeah, nice pressure, good pass. Not getting surprised by anything, hook in the foot. Classic wrestler's ride.
Pico's been working with Freddie Roach and Miguel Cotto. In his boxing has Crazy Bob Cook of AKA. And now Antonio McKee, Eddie Bravo as well. I mean, he has an all-star list of trainers who still support him, and why not? One loss, he slipped, but he's so mature for a 21-year-old.
It's all about putting it together. You have great coaches in the individual disciplines. How do you put it together in the cage?
Oh, Linn puts together a nice 1-2 combination. Linn, very old school in many ways, as Pico lighting him up with left hooks to the body. Misses with that right uppercut, but look at Aaron Pico unload on Justin Linn. And Linn doing a good job of blocking those shots and firing back with some of his own.
A nice right hand by Linn.
It takes just one match to light a fire, and this one already in fuego.
You have to wonder how much energy did he use in that fight. Clipped him with another right.
Clipped him with a right hook and immediately to the takedown.
Easy takedown.
You have to question Justin Linn, 28 years of age, and yet still old school in the fact that he doesn't have a coach or any training partners. He came down here a week early to try to get some work.
He's training virtually on his own. You see the maturity when he was up against the fence. Aaron Pico teeing off, and he just was able to weather that storm and stay with it.
Pico looking highly effective thus far at 145.
The change in weight class allows him to be the bully. He's able to kind of push Linn around. He's able to walk through a lot of punches he couldn't walk through at 155. Zach Freeman, man, he was a big lightweight.
He goes from fighting the altar boy in his first pro fight to a guy known as the Mortal Sin in his second outing.
One end to the other. Both sides of the spectrum there.
2 minutes remaining in the first round. One controlled by Aaron Pico in his sophomore outing.
This is what he didn't have in his first fight, that sense of control, that, okay, I can explode with some punches, get my takedown, take a break for a minute, I don't have to rush.
And Pico can take a modicum of solace in knowing that champions like Chris Cyborg lost her first pro fight. Bernard Hopkins lost his first pro fight.
Action there, let's go.
One loss does not ruin a career, nor should it, Jimmy.
MMA very, very forgiving.
Well, Pico not wanting to be very forgiving against Justin Linn. Linn with that head kick blocked. And Pico beginning to shot. Mamma mia! What a left hook! Pico closes the book on this matchup in style.
And I don't care if you can read lips. That's "I'm here to stay." That does so much to bury that first loss and let fans know that he's sticking around for a long time.
I know it's second outing, Jimmy, but can I say it now? Welcome to the show, Aaron Pico.
I agree completely.
Thank you, Long Beach.
Pico just starched Justin Linn with a lethal left hook. And here is our Black Heart Premium Spiced Rum Replay, the bold 93 proof rum that is edgy to the core.
He had had success early with his striking. And look at this, left hand right to the chin. Look at the head whip. And that is it. Cutting the strings on a puppet. That's what that looks like. Bang! Justin Linn tried to stay in the pocket, tried to fight fire with fire. But Aaron Pico, especially at 145, a little too hot. We saw that physical difference of that weight cut. He was able to walk through punches he couldn't walk through at 55. That's what gave him the opportunity this time.
Great to see the mortal sin Justin Linn back on his feet after being on the receiving end of a devastating knockout, courtesy of that man, the birthday boy, Aaron Pico. Let's make it official with Michael C. Williams.
Ladies and gentlemen, inside the Bellator cage, the end comes suddenly. 3 minutes, 45 seconds into round number 1. The winner by knockout, Aaron Pico.
In his sophomore effort, Pico picks up the first knockout win of his career. Linn suffers the first knockout loss of his. Here's Jimmy Smith.
First off, I want to say happy birthday, Aaron. 21's a great year. It's a great way to start it off. Not just the win, but the fight itself. He said, I learned to take my time. I learned to settle down a little bit. Is that how it felt?
Yeah, hats off to Justin Linn. You know, he's a tough competitor, 7-3. I knew I was going to be in for a dogfight, and he showed that. So my hat's off to him. I wish him nothing but the best, but that was the whole game plan with my coach and Bob and Antonio McKee. They said, take your time, be patient. Got all the skill sets, but just don't rush it. Just take your time. So it feels good to go out there and do what I do, especially in California, my hometown. I'm really happy right now. I'm just really happy.
145, coming down for 155 pounds. What I said on air, you seem more comfortable in the pocket. Like you walk through the punches, you looked a little bit quicker. Is that how it felt?
Yeah, absolutely. Hats off to my strength and conditioning coach, Sam Calavita. I worked with my nutrition and my conditioning. I told him what I wanted to do, and we worked on speed, and just the whole overall training camp went well with Bob and Antonio. Antonio did a great job. We see him 6 days a week. Like I said, it's just a proud moment to get my first victory, something I'll always remember on my 21st birthday.
This division, 145 pounds, one of the most storied divisions in Bellator. Guys like Patricio Pitbull, Daniel Weichel, Strauss. What's your message to the rest of them?
Hey, right now I'm still young. I'm just going to stay in my lane and do what I do, and I will be the world champion. It's just a matter of time. I just got to go out there and do what I do like I did tonight, and the rest will follow. Like I said, I'm going to stay in my lane, train, and do what I do, and like I said, I'm doing it my way.
You heard it. Happy birthday. His first victory. Aaron Pico, ladies and gentlemen.